Facts. What up, YouTube? Authentic, all facts. Another episode. Still out here in Guam. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry, the quality of videos. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna add? We gonna go way up. You know what I'm saying? But right now, just putting out. You know what I'm saying? My thoughts and opinions on stuff that I'm seeing. So, like, let's get straight to it, right? So, Kyrie Irving, right? Kyrie Irving had a big game the other day. Matter of fact, he's been having big games since he came back from injury. You know what I'm saying? He's putting up 30. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting his team involved. You know what I'm saying? And he's looking like the Kyrie of old. He's not looking like, the Kyrie that was looking like he might have lost a step early on in the season before the injury. You know what I'm saying? His handles still look legit. He still looks like he can get to any spot on the court. Still looks like he's a great finisher. And his mid-range game is just like crazy. And he's, like I said, he's getting his teammates involved. But what this video is about is Kyrie a team cancel, bro? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, the narrative is that Kyrie is very selfish and that he is a ball hog and his playground basketball style does not translate into winning championships, even though he's a champion. Go figure. But people would say that's because of LeBron James, not so much of Kyrie, but I guess they forgot about him hitting the game-winning jump shot. Or not game-winning jump shot, but clutch jumpers, you know what I'm saying, throughout that series. But anyway, back to it. So Kyrie Irving flat out says that the Nets team isn't enough and they need more pieces. So he says it's transparent, it's out there, it's glaring in terms of the pieces that we need in order to be at the next level. I'm going to continue to reiterate it. We're going to do the best with the guys that we have in our locker room, and we'll worry about all the other stuff. In terms of moving pieces and everything else, as an organization down the line in the summer, it's just something that we signed up for. We knew what we were coming into at the beginning of the season. Guys were going down left and right. JT is out. DJ just got hurt tonight. Wilson is coming back. We've got complimentary young guys as well. They have done a great job the last 3 years. Collectively, I feel like we have great pieces, but it's pretty glaring. We need one more piece or two more pieces that will complement myself, KD, DJ, GT, Spence, and we'll see how it evolves. Oh, and Caressas. I guess that's how you say his name. But that's crazy, yo. I never heard a player come out to the media and basically say, these are the guys that I want to keep on this team. Everybody else, oh, wait. No, maybe my favorite player did that. My favorite player of all time did that. Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? And Kobe, Kyrie, they have a bond. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie looks up to Kobe. You know what I'm saying? And he's attended his Mamba Academy this all season. So Kyrie, is studying the career path of Kobe and trying to mimic that in some capacity, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that he did this with Kobe in his mind, but I'm sure that when before the Lakers got Paul Gasol, and they asked Kobe, would you trade Andrew Bynum? He said, hell yeah, you trade Andrew Bynum. And I'm glad they didn't listen to him because they got Paul Gasol at a relatively cheap cost. Although Mark Gasol, his brother, who the Lakers had at the time, ended up blossoming into a really great big man. And that would have been crazy just to see, how the Lakers would have been down the line with Mark Gasol. But that's a whole nother point, a whole nother video. But it's just crazy to hear Kyrie say these things in the media. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure, the guys that he mentioned and him saying that, the guys that he mentioned probably really, appreciate that they have his respect, and they have his, his vote of confidence, for lack of better words. But the guys that he didn't mention is like, all right, so are you trying to get rid of me? You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about. Oh, and let's talk about. Yeah, I did say he's been having big games, but let's not ignore the elephant in the room. You know, and especially with tonight, he went 6 of 21 from the field. So it's like, yeah, but are you a part of the issue? But what are some potential trades that the Brooklyn Nets can make that could actually improve this team? And I think the one and only trade they really should like give any deep consideration to is that of Karl Anthony Towns. Now, I know a lot of people think Karl Anthony Towns is I wouldn't say bust, but it's pretty weak. You know what I'm saying? He's not considered, you know, the top echelon of big men. I think he might be right outside in the media. You know what I'm saying? He's right outside looking in. But it's crazy because when you look at it from an analytical standpoint, you know, Karl Anthony Towns is probably the ideal big man. You know what I'm saying? He can post up and he can shoot. Actually, he's been shooting really good from the 3-point line. So it's like behind the arc. So it's like, you know, this whole narrative that Karl Anthony Towns isn't a winner. He doesn't take the game serious, which all stem from his time with Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? It might have been blown out of proportion because, like I said in my previous video, young players, they really need that time to adjust to the mentality that you have to have. They need that time to adjust to taking care of their bodies. They need the time to adjust to having this newfound money. They need the time to adjust to find whatever routine works for them. But I think Karl Anthony Towns, with the pairing of DeAndre Jordan, could definitely work. And then you still have KD and you still have Kyrie. That will really put a lot of pressure on teams to just allow Kyrie or KD to ISO. And, you know, I always say that the Achilles injury is very, very, very devastating to a player. It's probably the worst injury you can get besides like a back injury because, you know, you're never the same after that. And I really don't think that KD is any different. The only caveat I would say about KD in comparison to many other players that sustained Achilles injuries and like completely fell off a cliff, with the exception of Dominique Wilkins, is that KD at the end of the day is 7 foot and he can shoot. You know what I'm saying? He can shoot lights out. So, I mean, he's always going to have that going for him. But again, it's an Achilles injury. So they're going to need another player that's going to be able to take that pressure off of Kyrie and be able to get a bucket. And Karl Anthony Towns, big men, they're not really bucket getters in the sense that they can create their own shot. But you also have that, you do have that comfort of when Kyrie brings the ball up the court, the team on the perimeter, the defensive team on the perimeter starts to double team. You can give it to KD, he can get a bucket, or you can give it to Karl Anthony Towns in the post, or you can have Karl Anthony Towns stretch the floor and shoot threes. So you have a lot of options there. I think Karl Anthony Towns will be a really big improvement for the Brooklyn Nets and somebody that they definitely should consider. So, you know, to kind of wrap things up, is Kyrie Irving a team cancer? No, he's not. I think the thing with Kyrie is that he's not going to sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? The Brooklyn Nets, while they did play great last year with D'Angelo Russell and stuff like that, they didn't win anything. You know what I'm saying? They were still, they're still the Brooklyn Nets at the end of the day. So people are saying like, it's good to go from last place in the East, to I guess 7th place. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, it does show growth. But at the end of the day, you're still not competitive. You know what I mean? So in order for the Brooklyn Nets to take that next step, I guess they need another piece, man. And I think Karl Anthony Towns would be a great addition. You can take DeAndre Jordan, move him to the bench, and you can, you know what I'm saying, you have a wide range of options for the coaching staff to like implement mismatch problems and stuff like that. And I think Karl Anthony Towns playing with a guy like KD, playing with a guy like Kyrie, that's really going to up his defense, you know, and up his mental toughness, you know what I'm saying? Because those guys want to ball, you know what I'm saying? KD wants the ball, Kyrie wants the ball, you know what I'm saying? And I say wants the ball, not like ball hog, like, but they want to go out and play. They want to go out and win, you know what I'm saying? They're not really there for all the other things. They're only really out there to play basketball. And, you know, coming up under those guys, I mean, you did have Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy Butler is a little bit more aggressive than those two guys. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie and KD are a little bit more reserved and a little bit easier to deal with. So, Kyrie, you know, was he wrong for saying what he said? I don't think he was. You know, it's hard when you're a superstar player and you have the nights where you're not efficient, but you really don't have anybody else to go to, and everybody's still looking at you to get buckets and lead them to victory. Do you stop shooting? No, you don't. You just keep fighting through it and trying to win. So I think that was the cause for his inefficient game last night. Again, he shot 6 for 21, but still, at the end of the day, he's Kyrie. His the 2 games before that, he showed like that he was still very efficient. And he was like just doing whatever he wants. So I mean, it's just, you know, the up and downs of the season. He's still getting acclimated, still getting his legs underneath him. So, you know, but Kyrie's not a team cancer. Kyrie's trying to get the Brooklyn Nets to the next level. He's trying to get them back to the championship, something they haven't been able to do since Jason Kidd, you know what I'm saying, was their lead point guard. So, you know what I'm saying, we'll see how it is. But comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the views. Again, you know, stay tuned for this channel. We're gonna grow. We're gonna have a whole lot of different content, you know, for you. You know what I'm saying? It's your man Authentic, all facts. You know what I'm saying? Again, we out here in Guam. You know what I'm saying? Get me.